I'm calling the shots, so see you over at Mars. It doesn't matter the cost, seems like everybody wants to be. I think it could be me. The world's too small for me. My face up in your face, my face on every screen. Doesn't matter the cost, cause everybody wants to be famous. And I'm calling the shots, so see you over at Mars. It doesn't matter the cost, cause everybody wants to be famous.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Ayonna, and today I am going to share with you guys there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I'm reading right now. So I don't think I ever talk about books here, but in my last vlog I did say that I am writing a poetry book. It is complete and I will show you guys a little sneak peek of it, but I will not show you what's inside. I'm really excited about this new poetry book and I don't really know when it's going to come out. If you have any information on like small press publishers or big publishers and how to get noticed by them, please comment that down below, because I think that that's something I'm really interested in. Yeah, so I'm just gonna like update you guys on 5 books that I'm reading right now, and then I'll show you a little sneak peek of my book that is hopefully coming out soon. And yeah, let's just get into it. Let's get started. I'm going to start with a book that I just finished, that I really love, and one that I got for Christmas, and that is this book right here. It's called An Unquiet Mind, a memoir of moods and madness, by K. Redfield Jamison. When I started posting pictures of this on my Bookstagram, a lot of people were saying that it really helped them feel like they were understood, as far as like moods and bipolar 1 go. It's just really interesting. I also suffer from depression, so yeah, it's a book that I really found I could relate to, and it's a great mental health book. Definitely check it out. It's about the life of K. Redfield Jamison, who's I think a sociologist or a psychologist. She dealt with bipolar 1 most of her life, and she's just really interesting, and it's a very interesting story about how she dealt with that and her life and how other people can deal with it too, and also about the type of medications that people use when they have bipolar. So yeah, it's an interesting read. I would recommend this book. You guys should check it out when people are like depressed, especially when they have bipolar 1. It's like your highs are really great and your lows are really, really long and depressing. It's hard for other people to understand that, and so it's a good book for people who have family members dealing with depression, bipolar 1, any kind of mental illness, because it helps them kind of find relation to them, and I think that's really good. Next book is a book that I really liked. So this book is This Is the Story of a Happy Marriage by Ann Patchett. It's a funny story actually how I found out about this book. I was on Twitter and I'm like currently really into Gillian Anderson, and one day she posted her digital reading library, and an Ann Patchett book, This Is the Story of the Happy Marriage, was up there, so I went to go look into it, and it is not a marriage it's not a book on like, you know, how to have a happy marriage, but it's a series of short stories that were featured in magazines across time that Ann Patchett wrote, and one of the first stories in this book is like one of my favorite stories. I really never thought about reading short stories until I picked up this book. If you like short stories, it's a great read. I felt like reading this. I'm still reading it. I'm like currently only about here, and I'm on the chapter, not the chapter, it's not like a chapter book, it just goes by each story, and I'm on a story called Tennessee right now, and yeah, I'm about in the middle of it, and I don't really know what it's about yet, but the closings to these are always so great, and I learned a lot about living life and growing out of places from just a few stories in this book. So if you're interested in stories about life and love, and there are a few stories of a marriage and divorce in here too. I would recommend This Is the Story of a Happy Marriage by Ann Patchett. Of course, a lot of these books have really rave reviews in the beginning. This is a New York Times bestseller, and the one before this is a national bestseller. So I would definitely recommend you check them out. I'm really into like nonfiction reads, just like memoirs of people's lives, because I feel like the best way we can relate to each other is by telling our stories and by listening to other people's stories. So Those are the type of books I'm really interested in. Another book that I've been reading for a few days but I've had since Christmas is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. And I absolutely love the movie to this. It had Brie Larson, Woody Harrelson in it, Naomi Watts, and it's such a good movie. And I felt like I could relate to the story, so I was so thrilled to get this for Christmas. It's a great story about a woman who grew up in a very unconventional childhood and who kind of dealt with family issues, and I find it very interesting, and it really, like, the story spoke to me when I watched the movie, so I'm really excited to like dive into this and get reading. From what I can understand from the first couple of pages, it seems like the movie pretty much follows the same exact storyline as the book. So it's a memoir, it's a true story, and it's a great story about family and love and life, so I think you guys should check it out. And that's what's on my shelf right now. I have 2 more books that I'm going to tell you guys about, and the other 2 books are actually plays. Another thing that I don't really talk about a lot is that I love reading plays because I want to be an actress, so I'm always looking for plays that I like can take monologues out of and things. So the first play book that I'm reading is Sarah Daniels. This is her second group of like play books, I guess, and it has The Gut Girls, Beside Herself, Head Rot Holiday, and The Madness of Esme and Shaz. So it has 4 plays in it. One of the plays that I actually like stuck a little ticket in here. I don't know why I do this, but like I always use like paint swatches and tickets for the bookmarks that I have because I don't like traditional bookmarks. I guess I actually saved a page in this book that had a monologue in it. The only reason I picked up this book is because it had a really great monologue in it that I had used over the years, and a monologue that usually gets a pretty interesting response from The Madness of Esme and Shaz. Comment down below if you know that play. And I can't believe that I found it in a book. Actually, this is a used book. I love buying used books. I guess these are all plays about humanity, and a lot of them are, I guess, quite feminist, so it's really going to be interesting. And also the play that I'm talking about, The Madness of Esme and Shaz, which is the last play in here, is dark comedy, and I'm like, my sister and I were really into dark comedy, so yeah, it's a really great book. It's called Sarah Daniels Plays number 2, and the best play in it, I think, I haven't read the rest of them, but the best play in it, I think, is The Madness of Esme and Shaz. So I would encourage you guys to check it out. The last book that I'm going to talk to you guys about is actually very small, and it's another used one that I grabbed. It is What the Night is For by Michael Weller. I don't know what year this was, but I believe Gillian Anderson was the first to play this character. It was first done in a comedy theater in London, November 2002, with the following cast, which included Gillian Anderson, who played Melinda Metz. I'm also like really into Gillian Anderson right now. I think it's just because I watched so much of her work. The X-Files is obviously amazing. I recently read The Sweetest Swing in Baseball, which I loved, and now I'm reading this, What the Night is For. So I really have no idea what it's about, but it's a modern play, and I love modern plays. I love plays that are recently made. I've not actually started it, but it's on my bookshelf as we speak, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, these are the 5 books that I have been reading so far. They're the 5 books that I'm currently reading or have recently read, and I can't ever really just read one book. I always have to like read a few books because I get bored quickly. To finish off this video, I'm going to show you guys a little tiny snippet of the back cover of my book, and that's that. I hope you guys can see it. I did get a copy made, and I'm really excited about it, and there's special dedication in it, and a few people have read it, and I'm really excited about it. There's like pictures and drawings and the whole shebang, so I'm excited for you guys to see the book. I don't really know when it's going to be released or how it's going to be released. I have submitted to a few literary magazines, and I hope that those work out. So I guess I will see you guys in my next vlog or my next video, and I look forward to hearing from you. One thing I want to know though is, what are some books that you guys currently have on your shelves, and what are you currently reading? Because of course, even though 5 books is a lot to read at one time, I'm always looking for new stuff to read. I have a Bookstagram And also, I started a blog, so I will link it down below so you guys can also read along and check out some of the new stuff that I'm doing. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button, and to comment down below your current reads. I'm always excited to hear them. Okay, goodbye.
And I don't like